if you're just getting out of the shower or you're not, you're not presentable, whatever. That's fine. You don't have to turn your video on. But the more people we have, like look at Cindy, look at her pretty face. That helps your people to get involved, right? So that's what you want to do. But don't be on, with your video on eating chicken wings or something. Okay. You got to keep it, keep it real, keep it business, whatever. Now, the third thing I'll tell you guys is this: we need to light the chat box up. That's one thing I'm gonna give up to Wonderful. Wonderful is great in the chat box. In fact, last night she was unable to get on because her phone died, and I was off last night because Wonderful wasn't there backing me up, guys. That gives the presenters energy. Okay, in fact, this is what I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys kind of how this works. Okay, I want everybody right now to type something right now in the chat box. Okay, do it right now. This is almost like clapping in a meeting. I want you to just everybody right now type something in the chat box. Okay, you see how quickly these things move up to where you can't even read it. What if you're a brand new person? We talk about the bucket list, and all of a sudden, the chat box just lights up. Or we talk about the money, it lights up. Or we talk about the, technology, and it just lights up this way. What is your new person thinking? Would you rather have them on a webinar with nothing going on, or a webinar where the chat box is just rolling like that? Guys, that makes a difference. And sometimes people just want to be a part of something special. It's not about even the information. Sometimes they just want to be a part of something special. And I'm telling you, if we do this right, you think you couldn't put 10 people on a webinar and get your 2 and your people do the same thing? We could duplicate 2 this way and get it quickly. Like I look at, Wonderful has got people sending emojis up. I never saw John Banks sending an emoji. What's going on? But the bottom line, guys, is that, creates excitement. We had the most incredible meetings out of Memphis, Tennessee, believe it or not, when we built Excel, and we taught enthusiasm. We taught people to clap at certain times. We taught people to laugh. We taught enthusiasm. And guys, that is what, we want to do here. So Wes, I'm going to turn it back over to you, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks, Denson. Appreciate you. All right. So here's what I want to do. Before we wrap up, I've got a little bit more for you. I want to walk you through some things that happened this week that were responses to a lot of the messages that I posted. But I also want to talk to you about some things that I realized because, one of the benefits of having Denson and I is that, we're OGs. Like, we've been doing this a really long time, he and I both. And so sometimes he and I both are probably guilty of this. We forget that most people don't know the things we know. They haven't learned the things we've learned. And that means that, until you're working directly with us, you don't get to hear those things. You're not exposed to that, to that verbiage, to those things, to those sentences, to the confidence. But as I've been working with several teams this week here in Florida, and then also with Aaron and Ashley and their teams, and they put me on the phone with lots of people. And here's the thing, guys, like, use us, like, use Denson, use me. Like, it doesn't matter whose team you're on or who your upline is. If you're working and you're hungry, Denson and I are looking for people to run with. We're looking for stories. We don't want it to just be Pretty Girls Travel and, and Lottie and Ann and Lanisa and Tamara and Ashley and Aaron. And, one of the things that I don't know if you guys have noticed, but that's a lot of ladies. Like, the ladies are, guys, we need to get out there and represent, because the ladies are literally outworking us right now, is the way it seems from what I'm watching and the meetings I'm listening to and who's doing events and who's putting things together. They had lots of events around Tennessee this week and Atlanta. And, we're doing stuff in Florida, and Casey's been a big part of that here. She's been at all the Sarasota events that I've done. So the reason I bring that up is, as I've been having conversations, these are some realizations that I've made just this week. Is one of the things we talked about in Miami was, what's our identity? What's our elevator pitch? What do we tell people we do? And I just want to give you something really quick that I've been using this week. And we may massage this and work on some things with you guys on this. But I just want to tell you something that's been working for me this week. And that is I have been using this phrase to describe what I do because obviously I'm meeting people everywhere I go. I met some people at the grocery store yesterday. Like everyone I meet is I'm new. I'm new to Florida, new to Sarasota. So when they say, what do I do? This has been my response. And when these people have been asking about my posts, this is how I've been responding. And this is what's been happening is people, I've been saying that we are a digital country club. Digital country club. That's what I've been using because I got to thinking about it and it was like coming out of Miami, thinking about what we are and what our identity is. We're really a digital country club because as most of you know, country clubs are not just golf. In fact, most country clubs have a non-golf membership, a social membership. So I have been using Digital Country Club, and people have been like, "Whoa, what's that? That sounds cool." And the other responses, I've been saying, I'll actually show you. I think I've got one of them here because I was talking to Aaron about this yesterday. Um, where is it? Well, I'll read it to you because I screenshotted it, but I'll read it to you. Um, oh man, I can't find it. I got too many messages. All right. Well, basically, I said Digital Country Club. The first response was, whoa, that sounds cool, but if it's digital, where do you play? And I go, that's the beauty of being a digital country club because we can play all over the world and we can travel all over the world and we get benefits all over the world. We're not locked in to one, and this is going to be part of my golf pitch, part of my golf presentation. I'm going to tell my story. I've been a part of 3 different country clubs in my life, and I don't have any of them currently, which is going to be part of my message. Because for somebody that doesn't golf all the time, a country club doesn't make sense financially to pay 50,000 or 100,000 and then, 30,000 a year in dues. If you're only playing golf max once a month, which I wasn't even doing that, it doesn't make any sense. And so this is the best way to talk to people about what we're doing. And one of the other things that I kind of been playing with that I've been using is Digital Social Club. So if you're not a golf person or you're not a sports person or that doesn't fit with you, I've been saying Digital Social Club. And so these are things that, if you have answers for people, if you're giving them what we do, people are going to get curious about it. All right. But here's one of the other things that I realized this week is that you need to use a different approach for each person. Okay. So you can't use one size fits all. All right. Because perfect example, me doing multiple kinds of meetings because in Sarasota, I was doing Wednesday because some people had choir for church on Thursday night, and then we had the men's Bible study on Tuesday night, but then some people do church on Wednesday. So I was like, all right, I'll do Monday and Tuesday. On the Tuesdays where we don't have the Bible study, I'm going to do Tuesday nights. And on the weeks when there's Bible study on Tuesday, if there's church on Wednesday and choir on Thursday, I'll do it on Monday night, right? So it's like, you can't just have like a one size fits all. You can't just assume everybody's going to get on one Zoom. And so I love what Denson talked about. How powerful would it be if you guys got on every Zoom? And like Denson said, if you're not paying attention, just have your camera off. But if you get on every night, set an alarm, okay? And for those of you that are not morning people, having an extra alarm is no big deal, okay? So set an alarm on your phone. Do it right now. Set it for 9 p.m. Eastern, okay? Or 8:58 p.m. Eastern. Set your alarm every night and just get on every Zoom. You don't even have to be there. You don't even have to listen, but get on and hype us up, hype Denson up, hype me up, hype Mike McVay up. We need our hype squad. We need our team behind us. And if you're typing in the chat and you're doing emojis and you're dropping fire in the chat, people are going to be like, whoa, this is crazy. Look at the energy. We've got almost 100 people on here. And I got kicked off a second ago because of my Wi-Fi or something. But I mean, look, if we all got on together and we were on every single night, your people are going to do what you do. And so this is all part of the culture that we're creating, and you can't use a one size fits all approach. That also means how you talk to people, right? So this came up in conversations this week. Perfect example, okay? Aaron put me on the phone with a guy. He's a high level attorney. He's had multiple exits. For those of you that don't know what that is, that's basically where you're an investor or a founder of a company and it got bought. So he's had multiple of these. This guy's a stud. He's in New York. He's part of a very, very high profile tech startup right now that's legal based because he is an attorney. And the thing is this guy is not going to get in the business and build. Okay. But Aaron is a connector and this guy is a connector. So she got us on the call after he had seen the video. So she got him on the video, then got us on the call. And then basically we talked about what we're doing. He talked about what he's doing. I talked about our technology. And he goes, man, he goes, how can we integrate your tech, your travel stuff into our startup? Because they have, I think he said they've got about 60 employees already. And so, I mean, 60 people. He's like, we're traveling, we're going to conventions, trade shows, all the stuff. He's like, we need to book travel. He's like, how can we get involved? So obviously this is a great lead, but this guy's not going to do the business, right? So think like everybody's like, oh, I want to get somebody to do my business. I want to get to Life for 300 or Life for 800. Well, look, whoever God gives you, you've got to work with, but you need to figure out how to work with them, right? So Aaron knew this guy was not going to, this guy's not going to get on every Zoom. This guy's probably not ever going to get on a Saturday training. He's an executive. He's the in-house legal counsel and an executive for a high profile tech startup. This guy is not getting on meetings, but he's a connector and he has a lot of relationships and he has a lot of clout. And he's like, I'll introduce you to whoever you want to meet. Who do you want to meet? How can I help you? And we were just talking about business and just, getting to know each other. But here's the thing. If you go into every presentation or you're talking on every invite or every prospect and you treat them all the same and you're not figuring out how they can fit with what we're doing, you need to know, are they into golf? Are they into travel? Are they into sports? Are they into concerts? Asking these questions, learning about people, asking them what's on their bucket list. If you're doing one-on-one presentations or you're talking to your people, or as soon as the presentation's done, I'm not asking people, are you ready to sign up? I'm asking people, where do you want to go? What's on your bucket list? I want to get people dreaming. I want to get people thinking about it. But if you're not asking these questions and you're not giving what they need, so you're not focusing on what you can provide for their needs and figuring out a solution to how best they fit with our culture and what we're doing. If you're thinking everybody just wants to get to Life for 300 or Life for 800, I talked about this in Miami, you can't treat everybody the same way. And so I would encourage you to take an inventory of your prospect, of your guest, of your new member before you ever get on the Zoom, before they ever see it, before they're ever exposed. Really think about how you're going to frame it, right? That's why I started thinking about this golf presentation because our presentation, because not everybody golfs and not everybody plays golf, it doesn't really make sense to do in a massive presentation to do a whole long spiel on golf. But for those of you that don't know, the World Vantage golf benefit is only available to people who are part of country clubs already. So that means that they have to pay $30,000 or $40,000 minimum, probably, and then $500 to $1,000 a month. And then to get what we get, it costs $200 to $400 a month just for that on top of the country club. And you can't even get it if you're not in a country club. Well, you could talk about that and I could say it till I'm blue in the face, but if somebody doesn't play golf, it doesn't really matter, right? So that's where I started thinking about this golf presentation and thinking about what we're doing, but are we really selling what we're doing? Are we really making an approach that's customized and tailored for that specific prospect, for that specific person? And I really started paying attention to this because of the different types of people that I'm meeting through the networking groups and through being here. And so you can't have a one size fits all. One last thing, and then I'm gonna actually open it up because there's some people asking some questions. I'm seeing some things pop up in the chat. So if you have a question on any of this or on any of the stuff we talked about today, be prepared for that. I'm about to wrap things up. One of the other things that I realized this week is that sometimes we, in an effort to try to make things easy, what happens is because, there have been people that have gotten friends and family to sign up just because they trust them, they're listening to them. It's like, hey, you get them involved, you get them engaged. or you get them signed up, but you don't get them engaged. They don't get on the trainings. They haven't watched the product training video. The product training video that Eva did last week was awesome. It's there. It's marked in the YouTube page. And Aaron mentioned it. We most people have not watched our videos. And I know a lot of you that are on here, you're on it live, so thank you. But not everybody on your team is on here, and we've got 100 people on here or whatever. So we should be watching these tools. If you've not watched that product training from last week, you've got to. It's got all the new buttons. It's got all the new vendors. It's got Benefits Hub. It's got all that stuff on there. And you saw it in the newsletter. A lot of great stuff in the newsletter. So making sure your team is getting the newsletter, getting that information. But in an effort to make things easy, sometimes we're just like, hey, give me your card. I'll get you signed up. Hey, give me your card. I'm going to get you in this travel thing. They don't even know what they're doing. They don't. And people think, oh, well, that's good. I got a couple people to sign up. They just gave me their card and I got them signed up. Those are the people that we lose, right? In an effort to make it easy, okay? In an effort to make it easy, what happens is they've really got no skin in the game. They're not vested. And so the easier you make it for them to join, and just like, give me your card. That's no big deal. It's $199, whatever. Yeah, give me your card. And you think, oh, I'm getting people signed up. Those people are not going to stick, because remember, what you do duplicates. So that means that in order for them to have success, they're going to have to basically go get people to just give them their card, and they don't even know what they got. They haven't been on the trainings. They're not plugged in. They're not getting on the Zooms. They're not getting on the corporate calls on Sunday night. So you have to introduce people the right way. And in an effort of not making it too easy, you need to at least show them, hey, these are the things that you need in order to be able to get the most. Because here's the thing, take it upon yourself to realize that these people invested in Bright Life because of you, because of your introduction. And so take it upon yourself to provide your role as an influencer to give them the tools and resources they need in order to be successful as a member or as an influencer, or for whatever reason they sign up. That's why I told you to always ask everybody that you sign up, why did you sign up? Like, what are you looking to benefit from? Like, what are you looking to gain? And if you're asking people that, you're going to know why they're engaging or why they're not. And if you try to make it too easy, right? And you try to find this easy shortcut, I signed up a bunch of people. I got their card. I got them in. Yeah, but they're not in. Are your people getting in, or are you getting them in? Right? Because the thing is they've really got to get engaged. I mean, our new user interface, our new user experience is incredible. It's amazing. It's light years better than what it was before. Our website, if you're not using it, and if you've not been through the app, and if you've not watched Eva's training from last week, Denson's training, you're missing out, because you're not getting your money's worth. It's still crazy to me. I always log in and check support tickets and kind of watch that and monitor that. And it's crazy to me how many new people still don't know where rental cars are. We get support requests. Where do I get rental cars? Where do I get tickets? Where do I book my tea time? How do you not know that, right? I mean, that's us. It's on us, right? Us as influencers, to make sure our people know this stuff and make sure that we're getting them engaged and making sure that they're seeing this and understanding it, and figuring out how to best use your people. If you have connectors, if you have people that are just members, it's okay. They can just be a member. They don't have to invite anybody. They don't have to get on any Zooms, but who can they introduce you to? Because if they're saving money and they're having a good customer experience, they're going to share it with other people. And if they won't do it themselves, have them introduce you to their friends. Have them set you up for meetings. Go do the work. Because it's not just about the people that want to get in the trenches and work with you. How can you best utilize the people that are in your organization, that are in your business, and not treat everybody the same? Because not everybody wants what you want. And so this weekend, you have an awesome opportunity to blow up your business and also take an inventory of your team. Make sure that they're registered for Orlando. Are you talking about Orlando in every conversation, in every presentation? You'll notice that Denson and I, and that's a commitment we have to each other and to the company, in every presentation, in every meeting, in every event, and everything, we're going to talk about Orlando, because we know that if somebody's going to be successful, they got to be in Orlando. If you're not serious, you're not going to be in Orlando. Right? Period. If you are, you're going to be in Orlando. Even if you're just a little bit serious, it's a must. You got to be there. And so we want you to take an inventory of your team this weekend. We want you to take an inventory of your business. Everybody's sitting around this weekend. You've got a perfect opportunity to get 50 no's. We're going to be back here at 2:00. Eastern. So that's in an hour. We're going to be back here again at 4 o'clock. ZoomVIProom.com, our regular Zoom line. I'm about to adjust the link so it'll have the correct time on there. And so if there's any questions, or if Denson, if you have anything else, and then I'm going to wrap us up, but ZoomVIProom.com.
No, I'm good, Wes. Thanks a lot, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, the calls this afternoon, 2 and 4 presentations. So I'm doing the 2 o'clock, Denson's doing the 4 o'clock. The goal is to get everybody on at 2. And then I'm going to teach them at 2 how to get people back at 4. I'm going to be talking about the snowpocalypse. I'm going to be talking about, hey, I know y'all are home, stuck, not doing anything. You've got an hour to call and text and invite. How many of you could get to 50 invites in the next hour? I know you could. I'm going to be inviting. I'm going to have prospects on at 2 o'clock. I mean, I'm going to have guests on at 4 o'clock. So how many people can we get on there? Plus, if we all get back on there and we're dropping fire emojis and we're bringing energy to the chat, I mean, what else are you going to do today? I mean, I appreciate all of you being on here, but where's everybody else, right? Like, we got people that are not on here and they're just sitting at home watching TV. There's nothing going on. The world is under snow and ice right now, 85% of the United States. Yes, so I mentioned earlier that we're a digital social club, a digital country club. I used both of those words. Um, I also said at the beginning, we were talking about how we could go travel shopping. You're sitting at home. Hey, you want to go travel shopping with me later? Get on here at 2 o'clock. I'm going to show you how you can travel for free. Travel shopping. How would you like to make money sitting on your couch this weekend? You can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. I'm going to show you a way where you can make money and earn free travel from your couch this weekend. I mean, those invites right there. You want to go travel shopping? I'm showing you how to get travel for free. Or do you want to make some money while you're sitting on your couch doing nothing this weekend? The whole world is shut down, but we got our phones, we got our internet. We're proof of it. We got 100 people on here right now. So any last questions that I missed? Thank you guys for being so engaged today. There's tons. I can't even. There's lots of. We're a technology company. We're a software company, and so we're a digital lifestyle company, or digital lifestyle software. You can use any of these things. I think anything you can do that's different, unique, that says what we do, and it's not a travel club, it's not a vacation club, it's not a members club, it's not, the regular same old, right? Nobody has what we have, and that's why I think digital social club or digital country club is big. Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you. See you back here in 1 hour. ZoomVIProom.com. Thank you, everybody, for participating today. Thank you, Denson. Appreciate you. We're gonna blow these Zooms up this weekend. We got 2 today. We got 1 tomorrow. Let's pack them out. If everybody here gets back on at a bare minimum, we're gonna have 100 people on there. And if everybody got 1 guest, we have 200. Let's do it. Let's do this today. Get everybody on at 2. I'll get them back on here at 4. So just get them to me at 2 o'clock. I'll do the rest. Appreciate all of you. Have a great weekend and God bless.